Tarot, astrology, and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for psychiatric or physical health care. Blessings, everyone. It's time for another series of weekly tarot forecasts for the week starting January 30th, 2023. And just a quick heads up for all of you out there, if you are new to my all-in-one video style of doing weekly tarot forecasts, the chapter feature in the down bar below is how you are going to navigate to whatever sign you want to look at for the week ahead. Sun, moon, and rising, it's all there for you. So make sure that you're keeping track of that. Remember, the way I do my cards, if you are watching your rising sign, you're going to be getting additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And if you're watching your moon sign, you're getting the less prominent side story that's also playing out throughout the course of the week. So it does help to check those. You're going to have a much richer forecast if you do. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. I do not schedule sessions via correspondence, so, reaching out and emailing me to schedule something or sending me messages on my fan page on Facebook, I don't do it that way, nor do I offer readings via correspondence to people. There are some scam bots and things like that out there. All of my clients schedule themselves on the main channel page of integrativemysticism.com, and that's how I've always done it, and that's how I'm going to do it. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. And with all of that said, let's have a look and see what is going on for the week. So the big theme of the week is the Knight of Wands reversed, and this is something that we are all going to be experiencing, right, in addition to whatever you're looking at with your weeklies. And with the Knight of Wands reversed, there is this breaking down of the false, breaking down of the fake, and also assessing the problematic or pernicious elements of superficial passion, superficial enthusiasm, chaotic energy, and disorganized activity. And that can sound pretty negative in the beginning, right? We don't want to go into black and white thinking, especially not with a spiritual theme card like this, kind of like we have the spiritual themes for the weeklies. But we are going to need to be ready because the Knight of Wands reversed is kind of taking a crack at all of the things in our life that could be seen as fake, half-hearted, not very well thought out, anything where there just seems to be more impulse than actual intention. And also with the Knight of Wands reversed, showing us, well, who our friends are, who our allies are, and who are not. Right? Because the Knight of Wands reversed always, teaches an important lesson. All cards have their advice and their lessons. Just niceness and positivity don't really equal goodness. They really don't, right? It's kind of like in the Saturn in Pisces video where I talked about how people need to learn to discern the difference between nice and good. In the other Saturn in Pisces video where I mentioned, people who tend to not know the difference between niceness and goodness tend to either be people who get manipulated or become manipulators themselves, because then they just use the niceness to manipulate. Well, we have to see where sometimes things like that may be going on in our world. Sometimes it's not necessarily dealing with people. Sometimes the Knight of Wands reverse can show up as a problem with a course of action, a problem with a strategy, or maybe a business plan, or a moving plan, or something like that. And we have to be ready to assess where the superficial intensity or the superficial passion has been working against us in some way or was never going where we wanted it to go. And we may find, yes, there's some flaky behavior, maybe some chaotic behavior going on in other people, finding out who our friends are, but we can use this energy as well to our advantage. Whenever the Knight of Wands reverse shows up as advice, it's very plain and simple. Use the chaos to get out of Dodge. Use the confusion to get out of an unfriendly, unhelpful, unsupportive, or chaotic situation, right? Use the chaotic craziness, right, in all of the confusion and all of the high emotions and all of the high stakes and just all of that to be able to slip out, right? If you need to slip out of a situation, slip out of a loud party, get out unseen, you can use this for yourself. What is it you would like to get away from? I mean, if everyone else is going to be flaking out and being disorganized and being inconsiderate and impulsive and just blithely unaware of what's going on, that means they're also unaware of what you're doing. And so there may be some things that you may be able to take your escape or take your leave of this week as well. And that is a way you can also turn this into something that is advantageous to you. And it's always important to keep that in mind when it comes to tarot. Never react black and white to a card. Upright, reversed, you're going to miss the point if you do. This is something that you can take full advantage of. Maybe frustrating every now and then because it's not really fun to be bombarded with, high energy all the time. It's not fun to have, emotional discord or disorganization, surrounding you all the time. It can, bring out a lot of fatigue. It can drain you. It can just kind of shatter your energy fields. But you can use this as an opportunity to also take your leave of involvements, commitments, projects, and pursuits that may never actually take you where you want them to go because of the fact that, well, we're kind of seeing what they're made of. And with the freedom that you're going to get from taking your leave, you can take your energy to where it belongs. So with all of that said, let's have a look and see what is going on with your week. Hi there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on with your weekly tarot forecast for the week of January 30th. Your spiritual theme this week is the Three of Wands reversed. And so this is going to be a week of really catching up with yourself, because the Three of Wands reversed is all about, well, catching up on things you were missing out on, you didn't know you were missing out on, or picking up on signals that you may have missed or ignored incorrectly. Now, this is kind of a call-out card, but it is a good call-out card, because whenever this card shows up, we're also seeing where we are getting an opportunity to correct a mistake that we may have made, or calls that we may have made in ignoring opportunities that would be good for us. Where did we miss an off-ramp? Where did we miss a turn? This could be showing up at work. This could be showing up at a living situation, all over the place with this week. And with the Three of Wands reversed, you want to make sure you can pay attention. Well, okay, are there some things that I can still claim that still belong to me? Don't say I claim this on my videos, please, by the way. But I do think that with the Three of Wands reversed, there may be some things that you are getting a chance to give a second look over, because they may actually be very good for you that maybe you didn't really give a fair shake in the past. And so this is a time with the Three of Wands reversed, we're getting a chance to see what was the off-ramp, where was I supposed to take that turn? Okay, let's do it this time. With the material circumstances of this week, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family, you do have the Hanged Man reversed, and something is coming back online. Something is coming back on the table that was once put on hold or delayed or thought lost, but it really wasn't. And this can be a very positive reversed card because, well, with the Hanged Man reversed, it could be that maybe a role, an offer, maybe just money itself that was sort of available, put in front of you, but never really got to you, or maybe you weren't in a position to be able to commit to that job or that project or that opportunity. Everything seems to be lining up a lot more perfectly now than it did maybe in the past when you first had these conversations or gave this a look over. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Swords upright. It looks like somebody's going to be stepping forward to help guide you through a situation where you have been at wit's end. The King of Swords always shows up as an expert, somebody who is taking you by the hand. This is the teacher helping you complete your homework, or maybe even giving you some answers to a test. This could be a time where a lot of you are going to be receiving help from a friend, an ally, a mentor, or a family member in completing something, or maybe even transforming a situation that you have been stuck in for a long time. The King of Swords may also be presenting you with some kind of tool or resource to help you make a transition or an escape that you have been looking to make as well, and maybe direct you down a much richer road. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this week, you've got to pay attention to where your environment or maybe the people that you're working with are not working with you. and where you need to be ready to welcome new help, right? Assess any kind of teamwork breakdowns, correct any kind of problems that maybe we have learned to accept, and shift gears. The Three of Pentacles reverse can sometimes show up where, yeah, collaboratives or maybe group efforts, team efforts are not going or achieving, they're not achieving maybe an ambition or an ideal that they have because of what that group is made of or the way that we are working on that project. Sometimes this can show up where we need to be ready to take a step back. Maybe the company that we keep, whether it is with a work project or something artistic or even our social lives, needs to be filtered a little bit more. We have to be better gatekeepers every once in a while. And you may be challenged to do this because sometimes we might feel bad. We might feel guilty for having to do that. But something's going to come up this week where we're going to realize some migrations do need to happen. For relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, looks like there's also migrations going on. The Eight of Cups upright is indicating here that there is some kind of departure taking place where you and a partner are going to be walking away from some kind of entanglement or some kind of arrangement that you have set and deciding to part with it. Now, with the Eight of Cups, we are walking away from something that is done. It's not going to grow anymore. It's not giving anything back to either of us, and it would do us both a lot of good to just call it quits. This can be really good news if you have been looking to make some kind of move, plan a trip. Some of you may be finding out about a partner getting an opportunity to score a new job. They may be departing from a bad job or career situation. Or you and a partner may be walking away from something that has been a burden on the family. This can also be a time where a lot of you who are single or are available to new people may be meeting somebody that is either from a far distance away or is presently far away, but you will be closing the distance soon. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th. Your spiritual theme this week is the Ace of Swords upright. And this week is basically a big road opener for you. The Ace of Swords is all about getting the green light. You've probably heard me talk about this as the green light card for a lot of different projects, a lot of different maybe commitments that you have been waiting patiently to finally embark on or finally invest in. You may be also finding out about a bunch of doors that may have been locked to you or closed to you now being opened up. This is also a time with the Ace of Swords where a lot of you are going to find that because of this big go window, a lot of situations where you've been waiting on feedback from the external, permission, acknowledgement, acceptance, anything where there's an approval process going on, this is all finally getting on the move as well. We have for your material circumstances, your work, your job, and your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, the High Priestess reversed, and we may be catching something that has been going on with a financial or professional matter, or possibly something going on in a family situation where somebody has been making some serious mistakes, fudging numbers, or maybe even manipulating documents or intel that they have been, sharing with you or submitting wherever they need to go. With the High Priestess reversed, we usually see one of two things. A person pretending they know what they're doing when they're not, or we see somebody deliberately being manipulative and trying to control a project, a narrative, or a financial plan, or maybe a household plan. This could be something where you do need to step in and challenge the situation. They will reveal themselves this week as far as what they're doing and what they and who they are. And this is going to have to be called out for what it is. Once you do that, the Ace of Swords will take care of the rest and you'll be good to go. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, You've got the King of Pentacles reversed. And this week, there may be something going on where you need to be careful about being bought or being bought off. The King of Pentacles reversed is indicating somebody coming forward and perhaps trying to control you with the promise of wealth or the promise of prestige, the promise of growth. And to be honest, they have it to give. They do. The problem in this situation is that the King of Pentacles, when reversed, is more often than not still trying to buy us, and kind of claim us as some kind of property or resource of their own. Be very careful in this situation. Make sure that if you are entertaining any kind of situation that gets a whiff of this kind of energy, that you are not selling your soul or selling out to the King of Pentacles reversed. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This week, you've really got to pay attention to your go-tos and to your resources that you normally lean on for support or you lean on for extra help in your life. Because the Queen of Pentacles reversed is always giving a warning of incompetence. Where have we bet on the wrong horse? Trusted resources into the wrong hands, and what can we do to take things back into our own hands? If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. You are the fixed earth sign, so Queen of Pentacles reversed is actually a very important message for you, Taurus, because you may need to take things back in that you have outsourced to the wrong people, whether it's the High Priestess reversed or the King of Pentacles reversed, it doesn't matter. Luckily, once we do, we are still going to have a very good week. Everything here is talking about just isolated moments and isolated incidents here. This does not have to be a bad week, but you have to be ready to see where have I been trusting too much to the wrong resources, either because they're familiar or they talked a big game. Time to call some things back for you and your responsibility. Love and romance is going beautifully for you this week. We've got the Six of Wands upright, and it does look like you and a partner are going to be in bliss, celebrating some kind of big victory that is going to be shared between the two of you. Now, the Six of Wands is promising not only a great deal of new adventure, a lot of new social stimulation, but this is also going to be some kind of financial win for the family or for the couple as well. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you're probably going to have your fair share of potential mates show up this week. This card can bring a lot when it comes to popularity and interest in you. Feel free to have fun, mingle, play the field, but with the Six of Wands upright, you have your hands full. So that is what I've got for you all, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th. This week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Two of Swords reversed. And this week is going to be all about locking in new long-term commitments across the board. Even though our card of the week was pretty chaotic and disorganized with the Knight of Wands reversed, it looks like you guys are still going to be able to settle into a place of harmony and order. With the Two of Swords reversed, new long-term commitments are going to be getting settled, but they will also be displacing a lot of things in your life that maybe you have been keeping on the back burner. A lot of you who maybe been in crossroads experiences, not knowing what to choose to commit to between different kinds of options that have been on the table for a while, are now going to start having the better outweigh the worse. And in a lot of ways, your mind is going to be kind of made up for you. Circumstances are going to present to kind of show you, okay, this is really where I need to be going. This is really where I need to be putting my energy. This is where I need to really be putting my focus. So you're going to have more of a sense of continuity and stability going forward. Just make sure with the Two of Swords reversed that you allow yourself to get ready, because these are long-term commitments that you are pretty much setting in stone this week. With your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Star upright. and we've got some beautiful news about some kind of big win or graduation moment that is just around the corner getting confirmed. Now, this can be a card where it's like we have our big yes answer and it's time to start celebrating, maybe with a new job opportunity, a promotion, a transfer, or a move, but we're not quite ready to embark on that just yet. We have to pace ourselves with the star card upright. Everything is getting locked in, nice and secure, but we want to make sure that with the star, we are not allowing old unfinished business to ride along with us. We can either, we can take this time to start wrapping up old affairs as we get ready for this big transition. This will definitely start to show more of its virtues and be more real, and I think you'll be getting to work with this more seriously over the course of this next couple of weeks. But get ready, there is a big win in it for you. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Swords upright, and it looks like there may be something going on where you are going to be called upon to help confront some kind of issue going on with a friend or with a relative or possibly a partner where they are under some kind of attack. They are maybe suffering some kind of abuse or some kind of betrayal. This could be something going on in another household, and you may be coming in to either help them fight the good fight or help them pick up the pieces. Your challenge this week is the Devil upright, and you are going to need to keep an eye out for attachments, whether these are, people attachments or these are not people attachments. Maybe they're contracts, accounts, things like that, that are attempting to hold you in place, to bind you or subjugate you in some way. The Devil will present itself as to who it is or where the cause is coming from, who the main villain of the story is. And your challenge with the Devil is to, fight them back, fight them off. Be careful because the Devil card may be somewhat seductive, somewhat attractive, or maybe even pull on some heartstrings or be compelling in some way, but you want to be careful not to be duped. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Empress card reversed. Love and romance may go into a pretty frustrating place this week because we're going to be assessing a problem that was kind of baked in to a relationship plan, a household plan, or something going on where somebody that we have entrusted an important task to has been very irresponsible with it. Sometimes this comes up between you and your partner. Sometimes this may be something going on with an in-law, one of your family members, or something with a plan or a project that we've been engrossed in for some time. With the Empress card reversed, unfortunately, whatever we're dealing with is its own worst enemy. And we may need to, rethink exactly how we're going to be distributing our trust and whether or not we want to continue with the strategy we've been holding up. If the call's been coming from inside the house, we have to do this all a different way. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you may notice a similar thing going on with somebody new this week. And it may be necessary to make it a point to say, hey, look, I don't think this is a good idea. The way this is going about, the way we're starting off the relationship, I feel like we could do things in a more practical, more grounded, more stable way. Or it may even be that, again, somebody from outside this connection is interfering in an adverse way, and that's going to have to be assessed. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. And your spiritual theme or the big focus for your week is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And it looks like this week is going to be all about paying attention to where we do need to be more hands-on with things that we have maybe surrendered a bit too haphazardly to chance, as well as pay attention to where we might be able to inherit some wins or some goodies because, well, other people may have been a little bit too hands-off with what they were working on as well. The Wheel of Fortune reversed, what I often tell people I'm teaching in tarot, is a sign that it's not, we have to get our heads in the game. It's not a time to be surrendering. You are the driver of the car, right? This is not a time to say like, source, deity, prime creator, God, take the wheel. You're the one in the driver's seat. You have to decide how things are going to go and take responsibility for that. However, you will get a chance to, like I said, claim, inherit, or maybe appropriate things that other people are not taking appropriate responsibility or accountability for themselves. So kind of a mixed bag, however you want to take advantage of it. For your material circumstances, your work, job, and finances, you have the Tower card reversed, and this can also apply to practical affairs where home and family is concerned. The Tower card reversed is showing where there may be some kind of emergent need or transformation going on in a work environment, a financial plan, or a family situation where you are going to be called into action. This is not happening to you personally or anything super close to you or your household, but you may be called upon to take on some kind of role or some kind of project outside of your bubble because of this. On the job, this can show up because maybe somebody quits, gets fired, or gets moved off a project, and there's an opening for you to take advantage of. Financially, there could be something going on where you get a chance to make a win because you are needed there. And yes, with the household matter, you may also be finding that, well, there could be some drama going on or something happening in another part of, in another household in your life that you will be able to help and take care of and maybe also get something out of that for yourself as well. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you have the Fool card reversed. And it does look like this week you may have to step in and correct where a friend or a family member or a collaborator, an ally, is making a serious mistake. The Fool card reverse can indicate a situation where somebody is not watching where they're going. They are making impulsive decisions. They are acting rashly. They're not really thinking with their head screwed on right. And what's happening here is there could be something that is sensitive, time sensitive, or could have a collateral impact on other family members, other friends, or other people on this project. With the Fool card reversed, you're not going in to bail them out, but you're actually going in to save the situation from them. For your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. Clearly, everyone else in the world needs a bit of grounding this week. And with the Knight of Pentacles upright, you are being asked to take that wherever you go. Do not be afraid to wrestle control of a situation that is unbalanced and out of control. Don't listen to guilt trips from unbalanced people that feel oppressed because you're not letting things run wild in a dysfunctional way. The Knight of Pentacles is all about you getting ready to also remember that some of the things that you're taking on this week will be commitments for you as well, but you can profit from them in some way. Just make sure you are not making idle promises and you're not taking on more than you can handle. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do have the Four of Wands upright, and it looks like there is a new sense of establishment, security, harmony, and commitment coming online in love. The Four of Wands is the cause for celebration experience. This could be a week where you and a partner are finally getting into a space where you have completed some kind of major goal or milestone in a goal that you're looking to accomplish. A lot of you are also going to find that something that you and a partner have been dreaming about doing together or dreaming up for each other is coming true. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, it is very likely you are going to meet somebody this week through a group or a community, possibly an event that you are already familiar with. Sometimes we get hooked up by friends, sometimes we're just put in the right place at the right time, and sometimes we just meet somebody in the neighborhood, somebody new to town. But with the Four of Wands upright, we are setting some very strong foundations for a new long-term relationship here as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th. Your big spiritual theme or the big focus is the Hierophant upright. And this is going to be a week where a lot of you are getting a chance to set up a lot of new long-term rules, long-term schedules, kind of create a whole new container when it comes to how you are operating in your life. The Hierophant card promises security, new knowledge, as well as, yes, even new long-term commitments, which seems to be a theme for a lot of air and fire signs this week. But it's also important to keep in mind that we are setting up a lot of new disciplines as well as we commit to these things. Some opportunities are going to present that are going to help you advance yourself in your career, your relationships, your education, but you need to be keeping up with these advancements as well. And so be prepared. You know, there might be a lot of extra studying going on, learning new techniques, expanding your skill sets so that you can keep up with the progress that is occurring. For your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, we've got the Justice card upright, and it looks like, yes, a new, secure, and very rewarding big win is on the way for you, because the Justice card is all about setting you up for success by locking in a golden road that is ideal for you and your circumstances. So for a lot of you, this could be a confirmation of a new job, the signing of a contract, a promotion, maybe a new business partnership getting crystallized. This can also be a time where a lot of old mistakes, old problems, old burdens, or maybe discordant or unfair activity that has been going on in your home life or your financial life, your professional life, are going to be getting the treatment and cleared up. Remember, the Justice card is neutral with a priority on fairness and what is most appropriate for everybody. It is impersonal, unemotional, but it is always bringing things about as far as what is deserved and what is for the best for the moment. And so be prepared. Everything is getting righted where it maybe was once wronged, and there's a lot of reality correction going on in this part of your life. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed. You may end up having a bit of a scuffle this week with somebody that has become somewhat parasitic in your life, somebody that has started to maybe exploit something that you have been free with. The Queen of Cups reversed can kind of be seen as the energy vampire, the psychic vampire, somebody trying to control or manipulate or siphon off of you from the bottom, so to speak. This is usually somebody who comes off as sort of the broken, unstable victim, the wounded vampire, the wounded parasite. This could be a situation that has gone beyond tolerable levels, and you may need to step it up when it comes to asserting your boundaries or maybe even cutting the cord or doing some banishing work with this person. Your challenge this week is the Five of Pentacles upright. Pay attention to where old strategies do not work anymore. The Five of Pentacles is all about having solutions to long-standing problems and opportunities for voids to be filled if we stop following familiar patterns. And when we look at the card itself, we see a woman who is, she's out in the cold. She could go out into the sun, but she's covering her eyes. She's not looking at where she needs to go next. She doesn't want to go anywhere else. And your biggest challenge here is to, not be like the woman in the picture. See where it is that we need to accept help that has been offered to us. changes of pattern, changes of strategy, right? Maybe expanding on our education, our awareness, giving ourselves new resources with the Hierophant, and go with it. Because the Five of Pentacles, if we don't honor that, will only create more lack, more doubt, and more loss. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Two of Cups reversed. And there seems to be some clashing agendas that need to be worked out. The Two of Cups reversed can often show up as a conflict of interest or a conflict of priorities. And yes, this can sometimes put us at odds with a partner or partner potential. With the Two of Cups reversed, we may be stepping on each other's toes, undermining each other, or not working on finding a plan or a path that works for both of us fairly or equally. This can show up sometimes where a partner has a completely different future in mind for the relationship than the other partner does, and nobody is really working to blend or strategize or connect with each other on that. In the worst situations, it's, sometimes it's a person falling into an unconscious pattern and just kind of, becoming more of a role or a function in the relationship than a soul. But in most cases, it's really just about, okay, where are we having a tug of war or a power struggle that needs to be worked out? For those of you who are single or available, this may be happening right out the gate. And it's important to keep in mind, what kind of strategy do I want, and what future do I have for the relationship, and where are we not actually talking things out, right? We do need to get acquainted with these kinds of things. We don't all want the same kinds of relationships. There is no one universal relationship priority. And, we can work something out. I think that we can create a third option that works for everybody, but you have to work with each other in order to achieve that. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your spiritual theme this week is the Five of Swords, reversed. An example of a good reversed card, and the next one is too. The Five of Swords reversed is all about ending long-standing conflicts, maybe even going through a period where you are the recipient of reparations, compensation, or acts of contrition as it relates to maybe other parties in conflict. This is a time of peace and peacemaking. Even if we don't want to necessarily kiss and make up, especially when it comes to people or organizations we have been in conflict with, at least allow the peace to be made and don't be the toxic brat. And I'm saying this to myself as well, because with the Five of Swords reversed, we are having a chance to bury the hatchet in a lot of different situations in our life and move on. And this is going to also be, again, like I said, a time to receive a lot of compensation and make up for some lost time. When it comes to material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Eight of Swords reversed. And this is, again, another example of a positive reversed card, because the Eight of Swords reversed is all about being released from some kind of confining or maybe exploitative or subjugating condition that has held you in place in your career, in your finances, or maybe in a home situation for a very long time. This can be getting off the hook for some kind of responsibility or burden you never should have had. This could be something opening up and you are allowed to now progress where maybe somebody or something wasn't allowing you to grow or progress before. And this is also a time where a lot of thorns in your side are going to be disappearing financially, socially, and professionally. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. And there's going to be some news about somebody bowing out, quitting, or backing away from some kind of commitment that they have engaged in. And this does affect you either directly or vicariously in some way. We may be hearing about somebody quitting a job, somebody deciding they want to take their leave of a project, or maybe even moving. Now, this could be something good, or this could be something that you have to just be ready to address as time goes on. For instance, if maybe a business partner is quitting another project, they can commit more to something they're working on with you. However, if you find out that a family member is, leaving a relationship or moving, you may need to be ready to put them up for a while. Whatever is going on here, there is a departure that somebody else is making that will have a ripple effect on your life. When it comes to your challenge, you do have the Page of Wands upright. This week, things are going extremely well for you, and you have to be ready to bring more energy to the table than you've been allowed to bring, either because of the constrictions of the Eight of Swords reversed or the conflicts of the Five of Swords. And so what we want to pay attention to is, with the Page of Wands upright, is it time for us to speed things up, get ready to go faster, or maybe even invest more time and energy into projects that could be accomplished more quickly? Where has our pace been too slow? Where have we been too careful or too conservative? When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Three of Cups upright. Love is going beautifully this week because the Three of Cups is all about bringing in opportunities to work more closely and get a lot more well bonded with a partner, closing a distance in time and space, and even getting a chance to revive more playful elements of our relationship together. The Three of Cups can indicate possibly a lot more outings, maybe even building a new social support system around the relationship. Or you and a partner are also going to be just kind of living it up, kind of bringing in a little bit more of a fun, jovial energy to your relationships and your family in general. This is also a time where you and a partner may be deciding to group up on some kind of special project or plan, either as, just a hobby or a business or a creative or spiritual passion that's also going to be a new bonding agent for you. For those of you who are currently single or are available to new people, the Three of Cups is indicating that you may be meeting somebody through a friend, and it's through a friendship circle that you are going to be able to explore a special chemistry. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme, or the big focus of this week, is the Lovers upright. And again, all air signs and fire signs seem to be just coming into new long-term commitments left and right. And you are no exception. The Lovers card upright is all about setting up long-term win-win conditions between you and allies, maybe you and partners, and all kinds of different contracts and arrangements that are getting set in stone for the long haul. However, it's important to keep in mind with the Lover's card upright that you don't make these commitments idly. You are not, make sure that you are not just sort of being fickle or, impulsive and not thinking things through, because these things are here for you, but there are going to be, of course, expectations along for the ride as part of the package. With the Lover's card upright, this can also set up secure new long-term roads, especially when it comes to business partnerships, romantic partnerships, or even financial alliances that start to pay out almost immediately. So be ready. You're going to want to look over everything with a fine-tooth comb, right? Be present, be there for it, but also at the same time, give yourself the opportunity to start securing these commitments and these alliances and these unions so that you are not, going through the rest of this week or, the month of February as a solo player when you don't have to. For your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. And we got to be careful this week. There may be something going on that we kind of catch wind of, where something shady, something possibly exploitative, or, just all around unpleasant is going on with a financial matter, a professional situation, or even something going on with our family. With the Seven of Swords, more often than not, this is some kind of unstable effort being taken on the part of one with the intention to deceive, to manipulate. and you may be catching them in the act, or you may be getting recruited or courted by them to be an accomplice. Either way, obviously, we don't want this situation to go on, and we certainly don't want to get our hands dirty dealing with any kind of weird, trashy behavior. So whenever we catch this, let's make sure that we do something about it, and if anyone attempts to bring you into the fold for this, this is not the commitment you want to make. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Strength card reversed. And this week, there could be something going on where you are going to have to fix a rupture that is going on with somebody else, whether it is something that has happened to them or something that they have brought upon themselves or inflicted on another. The Strength card reversed can often indicate a situation where a fight, aggressive behavior, or maybe volatility has created a problem that is too large to contain and it needs to be squashed instead. This may put you at odds with a family member or an in-law. This could put you at odds with a friend, may even, yes, require a bit of space or may even precipitate a falling out, unfortunately. That's what's coming through here. But with the Strength card reversed, a situation that was already unhealthy, unbalanced, volatile is coming to a head. When it comes to your challenge this week, you have the Ten of Pentacles upright. You are actually fine. The Ten of Pentacles is never a bad card. In fact, when the Ten of Pentacles is upright, even as a challenge, it's more of a reminder of you don't really have to have a bad week at all. If you haven't noticed, everyone else seems to be kind of losing their minds. The Ten of Pentacles is a challenge, is saying, look out for you and yours, invest in you and yours, pay attention to the fact that maybe you need to be better with your shields, your protection, maybe even give yourself permission to be more inwardly focused, self-interested this week, right? If you're not me or a friend who's already proven themselves or family that's already proven themselves, because not all family knows how to prove themselves, or you are not somebody who has already proven their worth and given back, I'm not giving any more this week. The Ten of Pentacles is all about wealth, abundance, happiness, security, and unity. And so you are set this week. But you have to be careful because remember, vampires can only come in if you invite them in. And so you better be a good gatekeeper. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Ten of Cups upright. And with the Ten of Cups upright, this is going to be a week where a major book change, turning of the page is occurring in love. The Ten of Cups is all about the happily ever after moment, the sense of achievement, the sense of making it when it comes to a relationship or household matter. This is a time where a lot of you and your partners are basically going through a bit of a honeymoon phase, maybe even stepping into a new status in your relationship. A lot of you are also going to be finding that something that you and a partner have been seeking to build or create is now all coming together. And we're also seeing an opportunity to expand some kind of dream or aspiration that we've had in the relationship that we've maybe just been keeping small to be safe, but we don't have to play it that safe anymore. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Ten of Cups is indicating somebody coming into your life is going to be providing you very much the same experience. And it is going to feel a little too good to be true in the beginning. Of course, it does look really, really good. Be discerning, be smart, be mature, but enjoy it. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme, or the big focus for this week, is the Knight of Cups, upright. And this is a week where you are going to be getting showered with all kinds of gifts, testaments of affection, and invitations that are going to be guiding you into a much more emotionally and socially satisfying quality of life. The Knight of Cups shows up where people go out of their way for us. They go above and beyond the call of duty, whether it's at work, in family, in love, in friendships, it doesn't matter. And you are really, really asked to be a lot more open with accepting that love, accepting those gestures, accepting those favors. Be careful about turning away good things just because you might feel a bit self-conscious, or you may be tied or overly distracted with old business or attachments you don't need to be holding on to anymore, and allow yourself to receive some good. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed. And this is a week where we may find out that we have been tackling a problem the wrong way. This could be something going on the job. This could be going on with an investment, a financial plan, or maybe a household matter. The Seven of Wands can usually show up as one of two extremes. We're fighting the wrong battle, or we're not defending something adequately. And we are going to need to be ready to adjust our course in order to meet those needs. Have we been too lax? Have we been too hands-off? Have we been putting our feet up at the wrong times? Or have we been treating something like it's a really big deal when it's not? However it applies in your situation, you've got to be ready to come back to a place of balance, or else this is going to continue to compromise the situation. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed, and it looks like there may be something going on where you are going to be finding out about a friend, a relative, somebody you care about who is suffering in silence. And the Ace of Cups reversed is all about somebody holding back emotions, holding back their feelings, holding back maybe important information, but not necessarily because they're trying to be mean or deprive anyone or anything like that. I think that they think they're being protective. I think they think they're being responsible. But this suffering in silence is creating more problems for them. And this is a week where we're going to need to be ready. Okay, how can we get involved in a way where we are willing, and where they know we are willing to help, where we can help, volunteer ourselves instead of maybe just watch. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Hermit upright. Be so careful not to, again, isolate yourself or hold on to old stuff that really you have no business holding on to anymore. With the Hermit as a challenge, you need to pay very close attention to where it's time to connect to new people, or to pull closer the people that are already showing their goodness to you. Sometimes this card can show up where a person may need to see, oh my God, I'm giving way too much attention to the negative stimuli in my life. This volatile, unhealthy person, this disorganized project, this thing that keeps always biting me in the ass, always seems to be getting all of my energy. And I might be depriving the friends or the family members or the projects or the partners that are only giving me good and not bringing me drama. With the Hermit card, we have to change the way we choose to isolate, change the way we choose our privacy, change the way we pivot our attention, because we may be withdrawing from the wrong things, and we may be staying attached to the wrong things. And if we're going to go hermit mode, we got to know how to do it right. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the King of Cups reversed. And there may be something coming up this week where you and a partner have to assess some kind of dark cloud that has followed either them or you, or maybe the relationship, into where we are today. The King of Cups reversed can indicate an issue around a wound, an insecurity that has gone unaddressed and has had a very strong influence on the actions of one or both partners or the narrative of the relationship. And with the King of Cups reversed, obviously we do not want that. If we do allow it to persist, it's going to come out in other ways. This could even be issues coming from another person outside of the relationship, a family member, exes, whatever. But we have to nip this in the bud this week. For those of you who are single or available to new people, this may be a sign that somebody new in your life needs to sort out some stuff before they're ready to be in a relationship, right? It's not really a good thing to have that much baggage to dump at a person's feet when a new relationship and a new person deserve a clean slate. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme of the big focus this week is the Seven of Pentacles upright. And this is going to be a week where a lot of you are going to be the recipients of a lot of confirmations, a lot of commitments. Air signs and fire signs all seem to be, getting on the new commitment bandwagon this week. Of some really cool turns that are occurring in all different areas of your life. But as I often say with the Seven of Pentacles, this can be a card of the check being in the mail. And we want to be careful not to rush things that need to take their time to develop, right? We don't want to pull the pizza out of the oven before it's done. The Seven of Pentacles is indicating here that there is a great deal of promise for wealth, good fortune, and again, a lot of new long-term secure commitments. But if we allow ourselves or other people involved to maybe act in rash ways, try to cash out too early, rush this along, or try to, do something irresponsible with this good news, we're not going to be able to enjoy it for all it's worth. So make sure we pace ourselves and we don't allow impulsivity or craziness to, again, shake up a good thing. When it comes to material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups upright. And with the Nine of Cups, again, we have a wish being granted. This is one of the very few cut and dry yes or no answer cards in the tarot deck. And with the Nine of Cups, we are getting a yes answer or an acknowledgement with regards to something that we have been ardently seeking or fighting for. This could be maybe something where a new development in a financial discussion or a professional opportunity flips up in your favor. You may have been waiting on some kind of feedback or some kind of go-ahead or contribution from another person or another agency to go ahead with a big move or transition. The Nine of Cups is saying everything is coming up beautifully for you, Sagittarius people, and a lot of you are also going to find that this is a week that is allowing you to also embark upon or commence with some other kind of agenda that was waiting for this development. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Two of Wands reversed, and there may be something going on where you have to correct a situation that could get away from you because of messages being lost in translation. With the Two of Wands reversed, sometimes this can show up where somebody, even with the best of intentions, might be making some mistakes with something we have interests tied up in. It can be easily fixed, but we need to be ready to not take for granted that another person is understanding what we're saying. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Seven of Cups upright. The Seven of Cups is, again, it's indicating a need to slow down and ponder what you are going to do with a lot of the developments that are coming forward with the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, but it is not a time to act on all of the ideas, all of the impulses, all of the high energy that's going to be coming because of all of the breakthroughs that are happening here. The Seven of Cups, is very, very clear. Don't act unless you know what you want. Don't do something until you know why you're doing it. Don't say something until you know what you're going to say and what you mean when you say it. Sometimes the Seven of Cups can show up as a challenge because we're dealing with a situation where we almost think we're supposed to just kind of run in and do something, even though we don't know, and we're just going to try to figure it out once we get there. Be very careful with that this week. That's not going to help you at all. And you may even need to stop some other people, kind of like the Two of Wands reversed, from making a mistake like that. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Six of Pentacles upright. And this week, you're going to be noticing an unexpected gift or contribution to your life coming through your partner or somebody connected to your partner. The Six of Pentacles is all about people taking a chance on us, people investing in us, something that is coming that is enabling us to take a course of action where it is a lot more secure, better taken care of, or better funded. Now, this could be a partner or somebody connected to a partner that you know, getting more involved and helping you out with something that you've been handling on your own, or you and a partner or your whole household could be the recipient of this gift. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, you may be meeting somebody or getting more serious with somebody that is going to be a lot more active in other areas of your life and not just the romantic corner of it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme or the big focus of this week is the Eight of Pentacles upright. Be prepared for some updates and upgrades, new tools, new resources, and a lot of new money coming your way. The Eight of Pentacles is all about moving on up in the world, not just in your financial quality of life, but also in your skill set, your social connections, as well as the tools you're working with to secure yourself, however you're securing yourself in your world. With the Eight of Pentacles, you may be noticing that a lot of different environments around you are getting spruced up. Things are getting the treatment, and a lot of overdue fixes are also going to be getting underway. New construction or renovation is going to be the name of the game. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Nine of Swords reversed. And this is kind of interesting. I'm seeing with the Nine of Swords reversed, there is an opportunity for you to make a big jump in your status, in your station, in your earning power, put you in a position where you are maybe going to be advancing a bit further than you thought you could with regards to a job you have or a new job or project that's being put on the table, or maybe some kind of pursuit off the job as it relates to a personal business, or maybe something going on with a home or family plan. However, with the Nine of Swords reversed, you may be feeling some anxiety about this. Maybe it's higher pressure. Maybe we have to work in some extra time to keep up with the training or the expectations of our education, what we're bringing to the table. Or we may, in some cases, even be making a win that is coming at another person's expense. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, or other people in your life, you have the Ten of Wands reversed. And you're going to be hearing about some very good news about a friend or a relative that is taking something off your hands. Now, this could be the elimination of some kind of burden, something that's been taxing you or blocking you or your family from being able to move forward. This could also be a sign of maybe a friend or an ally, a comrade, a business partner that is eliminating a problem that you have each been fighting together. Or you could be fighting off, you could be finding out that somebody is accomplishing some kind of major feat in their neck of the woods, which is giving them some kind of new power or resource to treat and clear a problem that has nothing to do with them in your life, but they're doing it as a gesture of kindness and goodwill. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. Be ready to change plans on a dime. The Two of Pentacles reverse can indicate a need to watch out for trying to juggle too many priorities or have too many balls up in the air, because if we oversaturate our schedule or stay committed to old plans the way they were, we're going to start dropping some balls we wish we didn't. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, a lot of what's developing is good for you, but you need to be ready to make adjustments as you go. Don't try to stack it on top of what you started the week with. This is also going to be a week where you are getting a chance to be unburdened, to not have to juggle so much, to not have to carry other people's weight, but you have to let it go as well. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Page of Cups reversed. And this week there may be a need to kind of sit down with a partner about something that we have started in the relationship or brought into the relationship that is not really working for us anymore, or it hasn't worked for us for a while, or it never worked. The Page of Cups reverse can often indicate challenges with unwanted positive attention or positive attention that we're not really feeling. Sometimes this can be issues with love languages, not really, hitting the right spot. This can sometimes show up where maybe a certain plan or a certain story or agenda that we are working on is not gratifying to either of us, or it's maybe just kind of putting us at odds in some way. And when you do clear things up, again, we can turn this Page of Cups reversed right side up, but we need to be able to talk it through. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you may be getting courted this week by somebody that you will need to teach how to connect with you and see how they do. Sometimes it's just a sign of incompatibility. If this person may just want a completely different kind of relationship than you do, even though they're really hot for you. However, they need to know that first. Sometimes this can be worked out. Sometimes we can kind of backtrack a little bit, try things out a different way, and things turn out just fine. But we're never going to know until we speak up. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme this week is the Chariot reversed. And this is a week where we're starting to see roads diverge away from each other. And it's important to pay close attention to where we've got to start making up our mind, where we've been keeping our options open for too long. The Chariot card reverse can sometimes show up where things are getting a bit out of control in a fast-paced situation, because roads that had maybe multiple lanes all connecting together or all on the same road are now kind of branching off into their own roads. This is going to happen in career, it's going to happen in love, it's going to happen in your social life, it's going to happen everywhere. And with the Chariot reversed, and very much in the theme of all air signs and fire signs, it looks like this week, we've got to be ready to make commitments where we may have been keeping options too open. Otherwise, they are going to fight against each other, and that's not going to be a comfortable place to be. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you have the Knight of Swords reversed. And with the Knight of Swords reversed, this week you may need to step in and intervene where somebody that you have been working with or working for is now taking rash or irresponsible actions in such a way where it's compromising you, your finances, the project, or other coworkers or other teammates. This could be a volatile, disorganized client, an employee if you have employees. This could be a family member, or this could be a coworker or a teammate. With the Knight of Swords reversed, more often than not, this is not somebody who's thinking before they act. In fact, if you ask them why they did something, they're not going to be able to give you a cohesive answer. This could even be somebody that you have maybe brought into your life to assist you in some way. But with the Knight of Swords reversed, we have to, sub them out. We got to maybe put our hopes on another person, or take something on ourselves because obviously this person is not cut out to do it. Whether it's a temporary measure or this is just who they are is irrelevant. And with the Knight of Swords reversed, once we check this, once we correct this, this will be a good week. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Moon reversed. And it looks like there's going to be a bit of a reveal this week. Some kind of secret is coming out, something that was veiled. Now, this may be somebody confiding in you, right? Somebody giving you important information in confidence. And depending on, what's going on with you, this may be something that needs to be shared, or this may be something you need to keep in confidence. This is also a time where you might be finding out what's been going on behind curtains, behind closed doors, in another household or in another corner of your life, as it does relate to something important to you or someone important to you. I do feel that regardless of the news, this is going to be something advantageous for you, but it may be something that still kind of throws your week off a little bit. When it comes to your challenge, you have the Five of Wands upright. It's time to start taking a stand where you have been very permissive, where you have laid back, where you have taken a wait and see attitude with things. The Five of Wands is all about throwing your weight around, getting your head in the game, and, speaking up and taking actions where maybe you have been holding yourself back before. Doing so, of course, responsibly with poise, elegance, and grace. Right? We want to be spiritually mature about this. I'm not talking about errant, just bleating random things, but going in and taking care of business. Sometimes the Five of Wands can show up as a bit of an urging. Where is it that we have trusted other people to do things that, or take care of business where we need to be getting involved ourselves? Where is it that we need to take a stand and resist something or challenge something that is working against us or ours? And if you have been just kind of taking it on the chin, so to speak, for a while, time to change your stance. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Judgment card reversed. And it looks like something is getting quit or abandoned this week. The Judgment card reversed is all about picking up your chips from the table and walking away, letting something go. And you and a partner may be abandoning something together this week. This could be something that we may be doing for another household, another family member. This could be something that we have taken on as a course of action for our marriage or for our finances. The Judgment card reverse may even be a sign that a partner is ready to quit something that they have going on. They might be walking away from a friendship. You may each be walking away from elements of your social circles that don't work for you anymore, or even deciding to close the door on a toxic family member. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, I feel like this week the Judgment card reversed is going to say, there is going to be a quitting going on, but it doesn't necessarily mean we should be jumping into something new just yet. I feel like you and a new person are both going to be getting ready to come together and to create, yes, the opportunity for a new long-term commitment that's very good. But we are needing to both wrap up some affairs in our own lives outside of each other first. This can be a week where a lot of really fun talks, a lot of sweet dates, maybe even some play is going on, but both you and your partner-to-be are going to be wrapped up in finishing some old battles. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting January 30th, 2023. You've got the Nine of Pentacles upright for your big spiritual theme of the big focus, which is all about fast, early payoffs to maybe investments or courses of actions that we've taken, things moving on up, especially when it comes to your personal status and station, independent wins and personal successes that do also bring in their fair share of abundance and security, but also a shift in plans that may be lifting you out of many different circles, many different patterns, or even lifestyle situations that you have been in for a while. The Nine of Pentacles is all about moving on up, but this has something to do with a personal journey. We may be getting set apart in a very, very good way this week, maybe on the job or in a certain community, or something is lifting us up where we are getting noticed and rewarded for our own independent skills, what sets us apart, and again, bringing that early success. And long-term projects and investments may also be maturing to be ready to be cashed in on. When it comes to material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Five of Cups reversed. And it looks like this week there's also going to be a fair amount of recovery and replacement opportunities as it relates to wins from the past that were not fully realized or maybe were not able to reach their potential. The Five of Cups reverse can indicate a return of old offers, of old propositions, maybe even old money, whether this is coming from the original source or, again, a replacement. It doesn't really matter because things are all looking up for you. With the Five of Cups reversed, we may also find that something that we have been lacking due to some kind of loss or maybe barricade or barrier is going to be coming to us through another route than we are accustomed to. This is all about finally getting a chance to walk away from some kind of hardship that would have created a loss or maybe a blockade in the past. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you have the Sun upright. And it looks like a friend or a relative, an ally, is going to be stepping forward and helping you to resolve some kind of challenge or maybe clear some kind of shadow or eliminate some kind of obstruction in your life as it relates to being able to move forward with maybe a goal or a plan that you have for yourself or something that you share with them. The Sun is all about purification and cleansing, but also bringing in levity, joy, lightness, and that wholesome simplicity, peace and harmony. And this is what this friend is going to be bringing into your life, either through some kind of gift or an action taken on their part. For your challenge this week, you've got the Four of Cups upright. Wins can happen in all kinds of different ways, but if you are stuck on a certain type of itinerary or a certain type of script or believing that something must be accomplished or come about a certain way, you may be the one blocking yourself in a lot of instances. And throughout the course of this week, all of these weird random surprises that show up from the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Cups reversed and the Sun are all going to be challenging you to get out of your box. See where you need to be opening your mind a little bit. If you have been trying to make a certain plan of action, follow a certain, alphabetic step, if you have been stuck on a linear plan, or you have been maybe narrow-minded in the way where, you think a success can only come on certain terms, or be accomplished by certain means, or turn about a certain way, or maybe good things only look a certain way, or speak a certain way. You are not doing yourself any favors. And with the Four of Cups, it's time to see where blessings come in the way they want to come, and where, again, the universe and where spirit will bless us the way the universe will, and not necessarily abide by our script. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Swords reversed. And it looks like there are going to be some fast overnight changes taking place in a partner's life and in your life as it relates to a lot of environmental circumstances getting turned on their heads. Now, the Four of Swords reversed can be a very stressful card, especially if it's shaking us awake to a situation, or we have to be ready to upend a few plans or a few attachments on a dime in order for us to be able to capitalize on even good things that are showing up, as we saw with the Sun, the Five of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes the Four of Swords reversed can indicate a sudden turn away from a goal or a road we've been on as a couple or as a family, but this could also be something that is migrating each of you to a space where you are better taken care of. And so we want to make sure that we are not resisting this, but at the same time, we are able to keep up the pace and cooperate. And while you are cooperating, you can ask for things to, slow down a little bit. Just make sure you're keeping up the pace as best you can. When it comes to those of you who are single or available to new people, the Four of Swords reversed indicates rapid developing relationships as well, whether it is somebody brand new showing up this week or somebody that you have already been in contact with, a partner potential. The Four of Swords reversed is talking about shifting everything into fifth gear. And while I don't feel anything necessarily negative or pernicious about this, I definitely would recommend that y'all need to sit down and talk things through and make yourselves ready to handle this without going into an irresponsible, impulsive whirlwind place, right? We want something that is, strong and stable and mature. We got to start it out that way. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.